Welcome to Recovering Addict. How about your ego? Is it in check? Because mine's not. We're going to look at some places that handed out drugs on the streets, and they're talking about legalizing it. And let's just catch up, huh? And at the end of the show, if you put hashtag Share Squad, you'll be entered in for a free hat, and we will give away a hat at the end of the show right here on Recovering Addict.
And I'm an alcoholic addict.
Hey, we're back.
Hello, everybody.
It's been a minute. We missed 3 shows. Can you believe that?
3 shows?
3. This is, if we would have missed tonight, it would have been 2 weeks off.
Vacation.
We've been on vacation, y'all. Y'all think we've been moving? Nah.
We just hang out at the hot tub and swimming, and
Yep, that's all we've been doing. We lied. Everything's a lie.
that's it. We haven't been working or nothing.
Yes, that's true. No, honestly, it's been a rough couple of weeks. Emotional roller coaster couple of weeks. Departing from a neighborhood that we've lived in for the last 8 years, built good relationships with our neighbor, and that's probably going to be the biggest part of leaving that neighborhood is not seeing my buddy Luke across the street for me, and the house. Obviously, the space and the ability to let my dog wander. That's another big, huge one that's been a stress ball. But my ego, and we're going to talk about this. Ego is self, right? And I had to really check my ego, which ego's a good thing. Ego's our self. It's what keeps us alive. It's what we feed ourselves. That's where the word comes from. Translated in Latin, something like ego demo or something like that. Like, I love you.
Really?
Yeah. Ego is not a bad, but our ego, when we talk about being egotistical, when we're self-centered with our character defects as far as self-importance, now we're getting into some bad territory. I'm going to do a whole show on ego. Started reading and studying about it yesterday, and I was like, man, that's kind of deep for our first night back. So I got a couple things we can talk about, but I'd rather just sit here and let you guys look at us.
Haha.
We're just going to let you look at us for a while.
Staring contest. 1, 2, 3, go.
And remember, hashtag Share Squad. You will get put in for a drawing, and then I'm going to pop this up right here. Look, we've only got one entry. And at the end of the show, I will hit the draw button, and this will randomly pick a winner.
And it has to be spelled probably just like that, right?
Yep, you got to type it in just like that.
Exactly.
PD, thank you for the share. But yeah, so where have we been? 2 weeks. Yeah, Sky, we're moving. What we did was Utah's housing markets are off the hook right now. It hasn't been like this for years. So I'm just going to give you guys a rundown on what we got going on. We bought a house back in 2013, 2014 up in North Ogden. We got a good price on it. Felice and I both had good jobs, and and it was cheap. The housing market was really low at the time. And so we just been working on this house. We put in, we shut that washer off. Yeah. Just open the door all the way. All the way. And so we've been working on this house. It had a swamp cooler. It had the sub pump issues. The basement would flood. And we fixed everything, right? We got central air, new water heater, new heater. We ran new electricity. Everything got up to code. We ran it out to the shop. And then this year, the Utah housing market just blew up. And it's one of those things. It's like, okay, if you have a chance to get out of debt and put some money in the bank, this is our chance. So this is what we're going to do. And that's what we're doing. So we rented an apartment. Thanks, babe. This is our daughter, Millie. We rented an apartment because people around here in Utah are selling their house. They're not like, as it was kicking off, as this whole huge thing was kicking off, and I'll tell you the whole reason behind it if you want to know how the Utah market just soared. But people are selling their house within an hour or in that same day. They got to move out within 30 days, and they're unable to buy a house or find a place to live within that 30 days. So a lot of people are becoming homeless, living in their trailers, living back in their parents' basement. And, these are older people, right? Families like us. We could have done this. We could have done that. And so what Fleece and I did was we rented this apartment we're actually in right this very second, and decided to sell the house. And it's not on the market yet. We got everything we need to live and survive in this little apartment, which there's another story that intertwined in there with my son. And so now we're here and we're cleaning that house up. And hopefully by not next weekend, but maybe like the next, the house will be clean, yard, and we'll put it up for sale. And we're going to take that money off the top. We're going to throw it into this nonprofit, and we're going to start something brick and mortar here in a nice area of Utah, so that Recovering Addict is not only going to be digital, but we're going to be a physical location with a lot more intense training and group stuff, right? I want to take Internet Recovering Addict and turn it into a building. I want the same feel, the same love, the same compassion. I want the family recovery. I want families to be able to come in together and feel comfortable to talk about things. I want to break stigmas. But inside that story of us moving, on top of all the stress and all the craziness, you guys know I have an ex with 2 other kids, right? And my one son, my second boy down, my first biological kid, if you want to get all technical about it. Jeez, thanks for the technicalities.
I feel like you brought that one up.
Did I bring it up? I feel like they did.
Okay.
Look at the way they're looking at it.
They're
Just
like,
kidding. And so, yeah, I'm going to let Fleece say hi to everybody real quick. And then I'm going to tell you the story about my son who left while I was still in my active addiction. The day we dropped him off at the airport, the day he decided to leave, I was trashed and I treated him like shit as we dropped him off at the airport. But Fleece is going to say hi to everybody and I'll finish that story.
we got winner, chicken dinner Stephanie in the house, sending out invites. Yeah, feeling better and looking forward to tonight.
Yeah.
Us too, Steph. What's up, Mad? Hope you're doing good today.
Hey, Mad, love you.
What's up, Brian? Glad you're here. Grandma T, can't wait to see you on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Mad, who you looking at, Stucco? Derek, good to see you again. Marilyn, we missed ya. Des, how's it going? Sup, Epi, big brother. Yes, hashtag share squad. Just like that.
Just like that, we're back at the house.
Boom, in the basement.
They didn't see that coming.
Hey. What's up, Jeanette? Is that what? What's up, Fat Albert? Hey.
Hey. Thank you,
Allie.
Sue. Allie.
I have a keychain for you. It's over here in a bag.
Yes, we do.
Because somebody named Allie Trujillo
Allie, this is for you.
has, what is it, 6 months? 6 months clean. So proud of you. Couldn't wait to come on the show and be like, woo, bow, bow, bow.
Bow, bow, bow. That's for Allie.
We got this waiting for you. So, come over. We'll go hot tubbing.
6 months.
6 months.
What?
Celebrate.
Unreal.
Proud of you.
6 months.
Love
Look
you.
at that, y'all. That's a 6 month key tag for Allie Trujillo.
Super ghetto Mexicano.
Latina Allie Trujillo.
This Facebook user doesn't have an ego.
I don't have an ego. How dare you?
If you're in the private Facebook group, we cannot see your name. Hence, it's a private Facebook group.
Which we will keep you anonymous. That's okay, too.
What up, Peter? Good to see you. Been missing you too.
Yeah, missing you too, brother.
Sky, hello. Claiborne, glad you're here, buddy.
Claiborne the barber.
Thank you for all the share squatting.
Brandon
What up,
Moulton, welcome to the show.
dollar,
Thank you
big
for
boy? Yes, welcome.
congrating Allie. On the YouTube side, Brandon Moulton says, thank you, Allie. Or congrats, Allie, whatever. I'm looking at Allie's comment and then trying to read his.
How's that working out?
Not too well.
Sean is here. Ooh, Cheyenne. It's been nice seeing you in the family.
Absolutely. Great meeting today, by the way.
I was bummed I had to jump out, but we had our captain left where I work. And so this lady I work with made this whole charade of goodies. There was like peanut butter bars, little shots of like cake in a cup. She made these like Nutella flaky things. I can't work with her anymore. What's up, Sue?
It's called Get Fat.
Leslie, Morgan, glad you're here. Misty,
Morgan.
Misty, I missed you.
Hey, Misty. Let's check out the hashtag share squad. We got 2 entries.
It has to be just like that.
You got to type it in, hashtag share squad, all lowercase letters, and then you will be put into this entry. See how it says 2 entries right there in the center? It is keeping track for me. We don't have to write this down anymore, people. We have arrived.
And I don't think it will work if you put comments after share squad. Will it?
I don't know.
Because I've seen a few share squads, but there's only 2 entries. So I'm not sure.
Brad Kendall in the house. That's my
What's
dog.
up, Brad? You're welcome, Allie. We love you. What's up, Brandon Moulton? Molthen. That's what I said.
Gotta get it right. There
That
we
was
go.
Alan. He said.
Okay, so she said share squad. Let's see if that worked. 2 entries.
Maybe it catches up later.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see what happens. It's just Epi and Petey.
Epi and Petey so far.
What the
That's
heck?
weird.
Claiborne. It might catch up in a second.
We'll figure this
I'll
out.
figure it out.
Figure it out. My turn. Hello.
Hey, what's up? My turn.
Let's see. What am I missing? Wild Brad entered. Yes, he did. Yes, that was a good meeting today. Mayor's daughter. It's been a while. Give us an update. How you doing?
Oh yeah, long time no see.
Cheyenne should be in there. Claiborne, Epi.
We'll keep track just in case this new tool. So if you notice the tool,
It's broken.
oh, hold on.
Petey won.
No, he didn't.
Just kidding.
Testing it out. 2 entries. Let's see. How do you go back? Oh, great. Oh, great. Well, never mind. Keep track. So that's a new tool that's StreamYard. The StreamYard is a platform we use to go live on.
It's
That's a new
prototype.
tool that they put in, and I guess it's pretty prototypey right now. And I'm on Facebook too. Why?
Is that why? We don't know.
I don't.
We're
It's
just-
supposed
we
to
don't
read the
know.
comments
What's
out of
happening?
StreamYard and put it in there. But we'll keep track. Felice will keep track
Shares squad.
somehow.
Shares
Just
quad.
open a note. Mama did it, and then we'll pick somebody at the end. We'll make it fair. I got another tool I can use too. But anyway, back to the story. Okay, so we sell the house.
Yeah, where's that one?
We're moved into here. We're going to gain the capital, and we're going to invest that into this nonprofit. We've been meeting. Oh, I had an awesome. All right, another little side caveat rabbit hole here. I have a sponsor, and I meet with him every so often when I'm feeling. When I get dark, I'm human like y'all, man. I get dark, I get sad, and then all this stress this week, plus what we're doing. Am I making the right choices? And all that just got heavy, and you lose focus on the prize, the vision, the goal, the end result, and then temporary situations seem so long. Right? Years become millions of years. It seems like, oh my gosh, we have this apartment for a year. So I called him last night, and we met today and had lunch. Felice actually came, and we all 3 met and had lunch. And
Yeah, that was cool.
he gave me a bunch of advice, and it's like everything just gets crumbled up, right? And he just comes in and just smooths it all out. And I left there back feeling with joy, with strength and energy and hope for the future that what we're doing is achievable. And it's awesome. So if you don't have a sponsor, get somebody. And I was talking about this in the meeting today, and I hinted at it. But my sponsor and I, we probably wouldn't hang out outside of recovery, right? I mean, we would now. I mean, we could go fishing or something to have just a great time. But
He doesn't fish.
Yeah, I'd watch him fish. But we could probably go do stuff and hang out now, and it'd be fine because we have this relationship. But before, just our personality types, his interests, my interests. It's just, hey, we're nothing bad about, it's not that he hates me or I hate him or anything like that. It's just our personalities don't click. We're just, I hang out with people different than him, and he hangs out with people different than me. Not a big deal. But in sobriety, I chose him as a sponsor because of his years of sobriety. He's up there in the 15, 16s, 17s, maybe. And he's been working in addiction for a long time. He's a wingman advocate on base. He's gone through counseling stuff. And I chose him for that reason, because he has the knowledge and he has the tongue that a person like me needs, that's going to just cut. Like, I have no choice but to feel humble in front of the guy, and I have to listen to him because what he says is true, and it's correcting my life and keeping me on track. So get a sponsor, even if you guys' personalities don't match. Principles before personalities, and find a sponsor that's going to push you to be the best you. Sometimes it's not easy to hear, but look for those types of people if you are seeking out a sponsor, and cling on to them. And then sometimes it's not going to feel right. Sometimes you're gonna be like, but just hang on a little bit, go for a few more sessions with the people before you fire them. Because, just like normal life, we don't get along with everybody in the world. And so find you a good sponsor is the point of that story. But this whole stressful week, right? Am I making the right choice? Not only are we getting rid of the house and we're in an apartment, but at the very moment, if this fails, we have a lease for a year and we still have a mortgage. And I quit my job. So things could get really scary for us here if things fail. What if my house doesn't sell? In this market, the likelihood is it is very unlikely, but still, I'm scared of a lot of things yesterday and the day before and this whole week. And so on top of that, I go back to my son. Two and a half years ago or so, he decides I want to move to Washington with my mom, and I'm drunk. You know how that can be, right? And he makes a decision. He sticks to his guns. We take him to the airport. On the way to the airport, Felice is driving because I'm in the passenger seat taking shots of whiskey. We drop him off, and we don't see him for pretty much 2 years. They came and visited once, maybe twice over the last 2 years. During this move, we're getting ready to get moved out of the house. Out of nowhere, my boys show up. They're old enough, 16, 15. And then my oldest has a girlfriend who's 17. So she drove them down here. And I pull in the driveway one day. I'm like, who the heck is here? And all of a sudden, boop, there's my boys. Hey, great welcome. Great surprise, right? So they stay a couple days. They go say hi to some of their friends. And they stay a couple days with us. And it's Monday. They're dragging their feet. They don't want to leave. They're enjoying the house and enjoying the freedom. They're there by themselves without any other manipulation to, coax them to make any other decision. And so it's like getting to be about noon on Monday. And I'm like, look, you guys, you got to get going. This is a 12-hour drive ahead of you,
Yeah.
and you ain't going to get home till late. And so they get in the car and they leave. About 10, 15 minutes later, I get a call from Zylan. Dad, I can't go back. I want to stay here. Not a problem. But they won't bring me back, he says, because they're already trucking, And I said, just pull over, have them drop you off, and I'll come pick you up. So I went and picked him up on the side of the road. Long story short, he's made the decision to move back in. So now, selling the house, we got my ex who flipped out about it, right? The whole thing that you've heard me talk about before. I got that stress. Now we're in a 2-bedroom apartment, and there's 5 of us and a dog. And all that just came to a head, right? So I met with my sponsor. That's the whole story. That's what we've been up to. That's how I've been freaking out over here. Okay. I've been stressed out. And you want to know why we canceled a couple lives? I was freaking out.
I'm like, it'll be okay.
I think they need a joke.
Yes, they do.
What do you call a train carrying bubblegum? A choo-choo train.
Choo choo. Come on, ride it. Choo choo train.
YouTube Live. #Share Squad. Let me get back
I got
into
your
that.
name in there, Dash. What's up, Kyle? I wanted to say hi to Rhonda. Welcome. Glad you finally got to catch a live. There you is, Rhonda Jackson. Glad you're here. Very cool. We did finally get the.
Oh, look, 11 entries. Okay, we're good.
Yay, it's working. Just needed to refresh.
Just need a refresh. Okay, cool.
I was describing it.
Let's see how many I got. Let's see how close I was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
So-
9, 10. Somebody must have done 12.
I got to practice what I preach, even if I'm not doing live streams, right? Even if nobody's watching. Back to the ego thing I was mentioning at the beginning of the broadcast. So I had my own house, right? I'm a homeowner. I'm a man. I've arrived in manlyhood, right? What?
I was just talking to Jeanette.
And so, I'm proud. I guess you could say it's my pride, my self-importance and arrogance. But I got, I own a half acre. I got a nice house and a big building on it. And I got my dog who can just go free without the leash. And so we're moving in here, right? And I'm already under all this anxiety. This is not an excuse, but this is just what happened. We get to the apartment. There's a long sidewalk here to the parking lot. And what do? I'm a little rough around the edges, so I back my trailer up over the sidewalk all the way to the front door and proceed to unload my trailer. We're just moving in, ain't a big deal. Guy comes out, you can't park there. All right, cool. I still unloaded the truck, and I'm kind of like, screw you, pal. Who are you telling me what to do? With my arrogance and pride and ego. And so I pulled the truck off over to the parking lot after I just threw everything out onto the sidewalk at that point and then drove it and parked it off the sidewalk. And we started unloading it into the house. And then we're ready to leave and go get another load from the house and bring it back here. And I go out there and there's an envelope on my windshield that says our apartment number, right? And there's a $50 fine in it for a parking lot violation. Steam is coming out of my ears. What kind of stupid rules, you know? And this is the resentment that's built. So then all of a sudden my step 4 just got filled out, right? I have a resentment against these apartment complexes. The cause was because I got a parking violation. That's the 3 columns, right? But then I had to go to that stinking 4th column. But not yet. I had to go in the office and freak out and make it even worse. You want to confront anything before I finish this one? Or say I did anything?
No, but I did warn you. I was like, it'll either be fine or we'll get a ticket. I can't remember.
Yeah.
We got the ticket.
And I'm pissed. I'm like, are you serious? I can't even bring this to my face? What kind of weaklings are these people? Just leave it on my windshield? Are you kidding me?
Probably had our arms full.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. So I freak out. I drive up, park in front of the office. What's this shit? Go walking in there, right? Throw it on the desk. You had a parking violation. I'm like, and it says warning. Where's my first warning? The lease agreement you signed is your first warning. I'm like, ooh, and then I get all proud and arrogant, like I'm tough, you know. Well, how much does it cost to get out of this lease? She's like, well, it depends on the market. It could be, $5,000, $6,000. I'm like, that's it. I'll do that right now. Grab my paper, walk out, get in the car. I'm like, call your dad. See if we can move in the basement. I'm out of this place, man. I don't care if I get a load. I'm out of here. Pissed. I'm punching the steering wheel, and she's like, why are you so mad? You get less mad over a speeding ticket. What are you so pissed about? I don't know. Everything, it's one of those things, they talk about resentments. And so, yeah, I had to fill out that other column. It got worse. You know what I mean? Column 3 got worse. And I'll get into the column 4 and then steps 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But I'm mad. That saying, they say you could have everything build up and then your shoelace breaks. And then that's what sets you off. And that's kind of the straw that broke the camel's back was just that. And it was just everything. I feel like I'm under the watchful eye. I'm like, we're stressed. I was just stressed to max. And that's what set it off, Hi, Linky.
Glad you're here, Brandy.
I love you guys in the story.
Love you, miss
Love
you already.
Brandy, miss you already. I just told him you guys are the biggest heartbreak of moving out of that neighborhood. So that's our neighbor right there, y'all.
Love them.
Yeah, so I'm freaking out. Punching the steering wheel, pissed off, just flipping my lid, like, screw this place. I feel like I'm in prison. All of a sudden we go from owning our own house to this, nice land, nice neighbors, to this, and then that's my ego. That's my arrogance, my pride. I needed to be humble, and I wasn't any of that stuff. I was just a jerk. And so the next day I'm chewing on it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pulling in here every day with my Suburban, which has Recovering Addict on the back, recoveringaddict.org. Oh, yeah. They can just look us up at any moment, get on and check us out. We're all over the internet now. I mean, it's readily accessible. So what kind of image did I just portray to her? The management up there, like, oh yeah, this dude is a prick. Oh, look at his truck. Oh, now he's on YouTube acting like that. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of image did I have? And so everything's just was collapsing this last few days. That's why I had to meet with my sponsor.
Alan said that if you ever need to vent, you can call him.
Thanks, Alan. Actually, it's funny, Brandy, now that you're here, and Luke, what made me feel better is we got back to the apartment and I'm still fuming. I can't talk to her about it because she just don't quite get why I'm pissed.
I'm like, oh.
And my buddy Luke comes over on his riding lawnmower and parks in front of the yard. And I'm like, guess what? And he just let me chew on his ear for a minute. And I felt better after I talked to Luke. And so that was a beginning of my step 5. I started talking about it out loud to other people, right? So now I go back to my step 4 and I'm looking at it. What parts did I play? My pride, my emotions, my dignity, not being humble, all that was affected, right? And so I had to look at I broke the rules. there was a rule that said you can't do this, and I did it and thought, I'm so great, I'm so self-important that I should be able to get away with this, which led to the resentment, right? And then I'm thinking about the recovering addict sticker on the back and her looking at our community and like, what kind of person is this that does this? And so I go to the coffee shop, I get a $10 gift certificate, and I walk into her office and I said, look, I did actually step 5. I confessed it to a couple of, we have a 1 o'clock Zoom meeting every day. And I talked about it in there. So that was kind of like my step 5, because I talked about it probably 3 Zooms in a row. And then I talked to Luke and I talked to Felice and, just kind of aired it out everywhere I went. And so I kind of considered that a quick step 5. Step 6, I checked out all my character defects. Thank you, Sean, Leary, and Brad. Brad, Sean beat you by 1%. What you going to do about that?
Thank you, Brad.
I'll get right back to that. I'll let Felice hit this comment.
There you go, Sean. This one?
Yep.
Brandy, I am very sad and emotional. I hate not seeing you over there, but excited for your next chapter. We will be there supporting you guys all the way, no matter, even if you're not across the street.
Amen. Thank you.
You better be at our gym every day.
You better come hang out. We will have a barbecue here as soon as the weather gets a little bit nicer too.
At your house.
And then come over here and swim.
Yes. We can have a barbecue at the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Oh, Marilyn said she's proud of you. She said, but LT, you didn't drink.
Yeah.
We love you and we're proud of you. Stay strong.
Thank you, Marilyn. So I do my step 4. I do my step 5. I confess it to everybody. And then I go into step 6. I become entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character, right? I see my pride, my self-importance, my justification, all the character defects that we went over the other day were just huge. And so I note them all, and I'm like, I am entirely ready to get rid of these. These just made me look like a fool, And so step 7, I humbly ask God to remove my defects of character. Step 8, guess who's on my list? Management at the front desk lady. Go and buy her a $10 gift certificate. Go in there and I do a step 9. I said, look, I'm sorry. I'm not usually a jerk like this. I apologize. I hope you drink coffee. Here's $10 to a coffee shop. She's like, I do. Thank you. And she's like, don't worry about it. I don't take it personal. And I walked out and that was it, and I felt better. And that was me over 2 weeks blowing my cork and having to go through step 5 through 9 real quick, having to get myself back into recovery because I was way out. I was gone. Even if I wasn't close to drinking, I was being a dry drunk. I was being a sick person. I relapsed back into addictive thinking. I relapsed back into the old ways, right? That got us to where we were. And I had to pull, I was in a tailspin, and I had pull up. It was one of those things. Warning. So I pull up and pull out of it. And just to top off, so going through all my steps, going through all the character defects at 1 o'clock on our Zoom meetings, and then hitting, putting the last nail in the coffin of my old self again was talking to Dell this morning, my sponsor. And that was the icing on the cake. Which I don't know. Felice and I left there. I felt amazing. I felt hopeful. I felt strong again that we are making the right decisions. He helped us with, business details that, we hadn't thought of yet.
We didn't even know to think of.
Yeah. But I'm going to stop talking here for a second. Let Felice talk.
Brandy said she'll feed us anytime.
Woohoo!
Yes. Brandy makes the best. What's the
Green chili?
No. That's good too.
Oh, cheesy potatoes.
Yeah, but what's that pot it's cooked in?
Dutch
oven.
Dutch
oven potatoes. She's like fries up the bacon and puts the potatoes and then puts cheese and oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyways, yes, you.
Oh, you know what started off the stress?
What?
Brad Kendall said.
Brad's fault.
No, it was a warning from Brad. Brad said April 19th, LT. That's a bad thing. That's a bad juju. Do not move on April 19th. I'm like, whatever, bro. And so we take our first load, and our first load is just dropping off stuff people had stored at our house.
My dad's not watching.
Yeah, and her dad stored a boat at our house. This nice, I don't know, freaking, what was it, 16, 17-foot aluminum boat, put a little motor on it and go troll around fishing. We throw it on the trailer, some shelving that we had to drop. We had a couple drops, right? And that day, it became super windy. super windy into Utah. I'm driving down the road doing about 45 miles an hour, maybe even 30. And all of a sudden, this gust of wind picks this boat up, whoosh, and chucks it out into the middle of traffic. It's a big boat. Well, it's not huge, but it's, it's a tin boat or aluminum boat. Picks it up, flings it out into traffic. Bam!
That's a busy road.
On a busy road. We got lucky we didn't hit nobody.
Yeah.
So we pull over, and me and thank God Xylan's back too. Me, Felice, and Xylan run out there, and on top of that, I had a welder, and it flung it out and destroyed it, kind of. And so we had to clean up the street before the cops came. So that was like the beginning, and I should have listened to Brad about April 19th.
Put a hole in my dad's boat.
Yeah.
I gotta fix it. I didn't want to tell him, so I told him the next day. I was like,
Brad warned us, y'all. I should have listened to him.
Oh, Brad said today's the day Mary died.
Oh.
Aw.
Dang, brother.
Tell the boys we love them.
Yeah, give your boys a big hug from us. For
Yes.
sure.
Alan said, bet you won't park there again.
No.
I'm actually like paranoid now. Like I called the lady today because you have to have your dog on a leash, but I want to play fetch with the dog. So I was like, what's the rule on how long the leash
Grab
can
some
be? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, is it excessive if I get a 30-foot leash? She's like, I don't think so. As long as you can rein your dog back in. I was like, cool, deal. So now our dog has a 30-foot leash in an apartment complex. But I was like, not breaking the rules because they're not warning people. Except for the lease, I suppose. Which it's like 28,000 pages to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
And who's going to remember all that?
Can I move in if I don't sign this? No. Look, I'm going to sign it. If I read it.
Yes, said Dutch Oven. Glad you're good. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So the group is having a problem right now. If you just got kicked off of Facebook, Recovering Addict private group, they did an update and there's a glitch.
Oh, I didn't read it.
Yeah.
I just ignored.
No big deal. I can fix it. All right. How many share squads do we have now? 13 in the house. Let me go back and do a little.
Did you read that? Told you, LT. Waco.
Yeah.
El Timothy Waco McVean. Brad
Hashtag
starts
share
all
squad.
stress.
Fuck. 4? Now I went down to 4.
Glad you're here, Shree. What? It was at 11. Brandy's dying. Luke did not. Did we tell Luke about the boat?
I thought I did. Maybe
Mm.
not.
So if anybody out there knows how to weld aluminum, that would be great.
Oh, Luke didn't tell her about the welder.
Oh, the welder. I read
Yeah.
it. I just filled in the blank with my brain.
Yeah, the welder was inside the boat. And so the boat was like, whoo, just fling the welder off, which we did a garage sale the weekend prior. And my father-in-law bought that welder.
Was it a fake garage sale?
I'll take the welder. Sweet. We'll bring it to you.
I was like, I think we owe you
I was like, I think it'll still work. Well, hitting the lid back down on it.
We owe him a refund too. Oh, my dad a boat and my stepdad a welder.
If you did do the hashtag share squad, will you please put that in there one more time? This thing, I'm not quite understanding how it works.
I wonder if because those
It
ones
doesn't work very
disappeared.
well.
Because you know how the comments like
Yeah, they go
disappeared?
up there. Yeah. So if you did share it out, just drop hashtag share squad one more time and let this thing refresh. It had 12 people in there. Now it has 4. So we'll never use this again. StreamYard.
Dumb. I know the FBI agent in charge of the chemical weapons at Waco. That's crazy.
Randy.
I was just dying about the way you took the boat back, but the full story is killing me.
Oh yeah, and I let it on Felice. I'm like, "You gonna tell your dad?" She's like, "Nope." I was like, "Okay." I ain't saying nothing.
Not right away.
And so we pull into his house and flip around, and we unload the boat, and I see him looking at it. There's like a hole in the back of it. It's like this little tiny half-inch by half-inch poke. Like, bink. It's got a hole in the back. Shiny, beautiful aluminum, crushed in little sides on the back. And he's looking at it and looking at us. And I'm just like,
I'm like, oh yeah, that hole sucks. We know
Dang
a guy.
it. But she, go ahead. You can
Yeah, and then I called him the next day because it's terrifying. I'm 35 years old and I'm still scared to tell my dad things.
Yeah, Mom, it was a crazy week. My goodness. Well, that's us in a nutshell this week.
And when I called, I could tell he was mad, but he was like, "See you tomorrow at my birthday barbecue. Love you," because he's a nice guy.
I was playing it cool. You know that, Brandy.
I was playing it dumb.
And immediately after you say Alan says, word, bark again, take everything in the other. Oh, jeez. See, now it's up to 9. So it is counting them.
Yeah, I think
I just gotta leave it
the-
alone.
As the comments disappears, it disappears out of here.
No, I refreshed it because I thought that worked last time.
Well, a bunch of people just share squatted,
I know, now it's back up to 9, which is good.
right? I feel like we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
Share squad.
All right, I'm going to read the Kindle 24-hour a day for today, April 27th. This is the AA thought of the day. By submitting to God, we're released from the power of liquor, right? And you can say drugs, say whatever you want, whatever addiction you got, gambling, sex, pornography, whatever, right? Sugar's an addiction, and it can make your life unmanageable, especially if you get diabetes and gain weight, right? So we're talking about any addiction here, so apply it to whatever addiction you want. But this speaks to 24-hour a day, speaks to alcoholics. And it says, by submitting to God, we're released from the power of liquor. It has no more hold on us. We're also released from the things that were holding us down: pride, selfishness, and fear. Although not working your program and letting yourself get hit with a wave, and the wave can still take you under. You can relapse into pride, selfishness, and fear. And if you don't pull up and get out of there, it could lead back to drinking. It goes on to say, and we're free to grow in a new life, praise God, which is so much better than the old life that there's no comparison. So true. It is so much better. If you're just now quitting, you got days, weeks, maybe a couple months under your belt, don't quit. Keep going, because it does get better. I know it seemed hopeless for me at that point in time, but man, it does get better. And then you're in and out of these episodes quickly, and it's fun because you grow through them. And then once you grow through these little episodes, like I just did this week, had to go do a step 9, had to go seek out my sponsors counsel. And now I can bring it to you all and teach and say, hey, this is what I went through. And you all can do the same thing. You go through these dark periods, and all of a sudden we're in a Zoom meeting. You're like, hey, I just kind of went through that. This is what I did, and I feel great. And now you're freshly flowing, right? If you just keep it to yourself, it becomes stagnant, just like the Great Salt Lake over here. If it had an outlet, it would be fresh water. So you got to let it flow through you to stay fresh. The old life, man, there's just no comparison to the new. This relief gives us serenity. It gives us peace in the world. So here's the question: have I been released from the power of addiction? Alcohol, drugs, whatever. Go ahead.
Gambling. This guy says, my turn just said, the worst of addiction, arguably, of all, gambling. Sean says, that's honestly awesome that you recognized an emotional relapse of sorts.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
I straight relapsed. I was mad and angry about everything.
Yeah. I knew that there was nothing I could do. I knew Luke would calm him down. I'm like, hey, they got it.
But it didn't just, that day I blew my cork. That one's where all the grossness of it spilled out in public. But after that, I was still short-tempered, angry about stupid stuff, slamming doors, cussing, just because things, didn't work out the way that I wanted. I was not practicing page 417 and acceptance and none of that stuff.
Yeah, it is stressful moving out of the house and coming here.
But it's okay.
Yeah, we made it home. It's just temporary. That's why I just keep telling myself, isn't that your next tattoo?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Temporary. Everything.
They'd be like, is that a temporary tattoo?
Nope. Yeah, this body's
It's
gone.
temporary.
This body's temporary. Good job, buddy. You look nice.
Oh, you look good. smell good.
Jeanette says I felt myself getting ready to start to step back, so I had to make myself sick or not get back to meetings.
Are you sick right now?
No, I understand. I think I get what you're saying. You do. I had to jump into meetings, and I even like half-assed a meeting one day. I was like in for like a half hour, and I'm like, I'm out of here. And I was getting to that point where I didn't want to get on live. I didn't want to do the meetings at 1:00. I was like, ugh. And then I completely forgot to teach one of the classes on Monday that we have, because on Mondays and Wednesdays we teach a crash course through the steps. It's a 6-week program, which I've got books and stuff. This program's going to get better. It's our second time through it. We're on step 7 now. We just did that Monday. So tomorrow we're going to go over step 7 and talk about, humbling ourselves. And that's a residual. It's the same thing every week. So if you need instant support, you need a crash course in what rehabs and recovery teach you, jump into our Discord. It's this place right here. Felice is going to drop the link, and you can join us through these classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then every day at 1:00, we have Zoom meetings if you need to pour your heart out. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays, also at 6:00, Alicia runs one. And so, and if you just need a meeting, you type in the Discord, hey, can we talk? And somebody will pop open a meeting. I've set the Zoom links up so that anybody can use it at any time.
I heard
Whoa,
they need a
I
quote.
just made 2 dots.
They need a quote.
Yeah.
We missed you, Teresa. Yeah, Luke and LT are good for moments like that. Brandy, you right.
Yeah.
I do have a quote tonight, actually.
Ho 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 ho.
It does not matter how slow you can go, as long as you do not stop.
Yeah. Don't stop. Forward, right? Keep going. Keep going.
Thanks, Kyle.
Zoom is the shit.
Oh, Jeanette
Oh, go
clarified
ahead.
a little bit.
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was posting links.
Epi said I was getting a little depressed not having a
Why
job,
does this have a thing?
not getting many positive responses, so I filtered hard into my music. And this morning got asked by Busta Rhymes today what had going on. No way, really?
Like the real Busta Rhymes, or like you were listening to Busta Rhymes
Dude,
on the
that's
radio?
awesome. Either way.
But still
it's
cool.
Great. Oh, thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. We're just a group of loving, sober people.
Oh,
Brandy says, I love you, Linky.
Thank you.
Brad said, good one.
Thanks, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn. The Alano Club I have been on board of is getting ready to reopen. Looking forward to getting back to it. Yeah, heck yes. Get back to those meetings.
The real Busta Rhymes? Very cool.
Thank you, Marilyn. Epi, that is sick. The real Busta Rhymes. That is cool.
Very cool. Jelly.
Dash says, thanks, Kyle.
100%.
Jeanette
One of
says,
these.
"Burr, burr, burr."
Thanks again, Marilyn.
Thank
Did
you.
you accidentally hit it twice?
No refunds.
Can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, I hope I'm not busting your ears out, bro. Glad you're here, brother. And you seem new, unless I'm lost my mind, because I did the last couple weeks. But if you are new
Yeah,
here,
tell us.
the most important person in the room, tell us about yourself. How'd you find us? And what's up with your recovery?
Yeah, send us a screenshot.
Yeah, do, bro. All right, so here's our meditation of the day. We know God by spiritual vision. We feel that he is beside us. We feel his presence. Contact with God is not made by the senses. Spirit consciousness replaces sight. Spirit consciousness replaces sight. Since we cannot see God, we have to perceive him by spiritual perception. God has to span the physical and the spiritual with a gift to us of spiritual vision. Many persons, though they cannot see God, have had a clear spiritual consciousness of him. We are inside a box of space and time, but we know there must be something outside that box. Limitless space, eternity of time, and God. So our prayer of the day is, I pray that I may have a consciousness of God's presence. I pray that God will give me a spiritual vision.
Ooh, I like you. You are new. Tell us about yourself there, Christopher. We did have the real pen. That is true. Ah, Bobby sister. Glad you're here tonight.
Real pins. What are you talking about?
We had the real pen and Tiller.
Oh yeah.
And he had the real Busta Rhymes.
Oh, sick.
Zoom cardio it is. Like running, like FaceTime running.
Star jumps.
Star jumps.
Star jump. Sure, you got us all cracking up with Star jumps.
I will never, ever, ever call them by their other name. They are
Jumping.
henceforth Star jumps.
In America, they're called jumping jacks.
Can't say that word.
No. It's impossible.
No, Brad, you don't get a refund. Just Maryland. Well, thank you 2 times, Marilyn.
No.
Like she'd say yes. She's all, yeah, give me a refund.
Or she's saying no because she wants a refund.
No, because she hit it twice. Like, no.
We better give her a refund.
She said it was given with love. Burpees.
Burpees. That's what I'm talking about. I love burpees.
Burpees are actually coming very handy. I slipped on the ice after we had been doing burpees, like the next day, whatever. And I went into automatic burpee mode. I like didn't even get my pants wet.
It's called emergency burpees. If
Yeah.
you slip on the ice, you'll bap, you're up and down.
It was
Oh my God.
amazing.
That should be in the Discord or the website.
Only LT knows what I'm talking about. What did he pay you twice for?
Oh yeah. I get it. That's funny. All right, y'all. Check your character defects.
Hey, do it.
Anything else? What do you guys want to talk about? We're about getting ready to spin this wheel and see who wins the hat. And it's bugging me that it says 9.
Telling you, that's what it does. It's weird.
We ready to draw this hat? See the winner? Winner, chicken dinner.
You drawing?
Strippers, probably.
Ev, leave it to Alan to say strippers. Anyone just bored with their job, new job at that, and steady seeking because just not satisfied with. I feel you, Teresa. So I worked on base. I'll give you a short snippet. If stop me if you heard this one kind of thing here.
Stop.
But damn it. I worked on base 10 years, good job, federal government, secret clearance, all that good stuff. And I just got, is this the rest of my life? No. So I feel you. There's this TikTok that I want to find. I need to have Xylan find it for me. But the TikTok in essence says it's a dude talking to an alien, right? And the alien lands. He's like, "Oh, this is a great place you have here on Earth." And he's Irish, I guess.
The alien is.
Alien is Irish.
He's Irish.
He's like, "Wow,
He eats
how
Lucky
long do you
Charms.
guys live here on Earth?" And the human's like, "Well, 100 years." He's like, "Wow, that's how long it took me to get here was 100 years." He goes, "Wow, you guys must really enjoy life then if you know you're going to die one day." And he's like, "No, we usually spend our time on Earth doing stuff we hate and complaining about it." And the alien's like, "You know you're going to die one day and you continue to live life doing things you hate." Interesting. So that was kind of the gist of it. And that's kind of where I was when I quit. I'm like, I'm not going to, that dash between 2 dates. I don't think this is all there is. And I'm not going to be afraid to live it.
I like you. What is a burpee?
What?
Do one. Do it. Can you guys see?
Burpee Linky. Down, up, bam.
I also burped.
And he burped doing his burpee, folks.
That's a burpee. How do I get Recovering Addict on YouTube live? So let me fix that. Our Flace will drop the comment. Just go to our YouTube channel. It's called Recovering Addict. And Dash, if you really want to get to know us as well, we'd appreciate the subscribe on YouTube. And if y'all haven't subscribed, like the video, shared it. And if you're on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow and all that, all the stuff you always hear. But Flace will drop the link, go subscribe, and then join our Discord too. That's where we really communicate and get to know each other. It's a great place.
I think that's his question.
RIP to all the music folks that have passed. Yeah, dude. Freaking
Stop Drop.
We lost.
Shut him down.
Oh
Open up
man,
shop.
of course my mind goes blank.
Hey.
The guy that wore the thing on his
Hey.
nose. Humpty Hump. Let's do the Humpty Hump.
Carla
Lost that guy.
calls those nopies.
Nope.
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 That's nopey for me. Nopey dopey. Here's the Discord link again. You know what? I'll do the Facebook one too. Why not? You guys want our phone number, social security? What else you want?
What else you guys need? We got it. We're right here. We're gonna type it up. DMX. Yeah, RIP DMX. And we lost him to addiction, man.
Yeah, boo.
You know, they're saying a little different things about it now, but he was an addict. The last real show he did, he was getting drunk on that one, whatever podcast that is, where they drink and talk. He was on there drinking. There's a lot of stuff I was researching. He talks about being 14 years old and getting tricked into smoking crack. And he has a huge resentment for that because that's what led on to his addiction. He goes, that guy was like everything to me. He looked up to him in the rap world, all this and that. And then he got him hooked on crack that day when he was 14. And he said, that dude's a monster in my eyes. Who does that? You know?
Hello, live on Social Now Productions.
Social Now Productions. Welcome to the show. Glad you found us.
LT and the
thanks for the
Misses.
comment.
The Mrs. name is Felice. For all y'all who do not know, means Mary in Spanish. My mother wanted to name me Feliz Navidad. My dad said no.
But you got married named Felice.
Yep.
Your mom
And
won.
I was born on Thanksgiving. So there's that.
Yeah, your mom won.
She did. My dad got second dibs on the next name. So it's Ashley. Felice Ashley.
All right, let's spin this wheel and see who wins the hat. Oh, let's get that comment. off of there.
Wheel of Fortune.
Here we go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win the hat?
Oh, this goes. It just keeps going.
It's slow. My goodness, stop already. Jeez. Jeanette.
I guess this one's technically might be for Alan because Jeanette has one.
Oh, good. Looks like we
So-
gotta send her a hat.
Hot,
Thank
hot,
you for sharing it
hot.
out. And Jeanette, we got a hat coming to you. Hot in the snail mail.
Marissa.
Oh, Marissa.
Here to watch a raffle.
Well, you just watched it.
You're welcome.
I'll have to tell you, Marissa, our little experience with it. We did have a little troubles here and there, but there it was. Pretty cool. And we do have a winner of a hat. So exciting. So exciting.
Yeah, curious. All right, is she the StreamYard lady?
Yeah.
If when the name, you know how the comments disappear, something to think about. Does it make the drawing names disappear?
There's a couple little glitches. We can talk about it later.
Just curious.
No big deal, but still awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
Go,
like it.
Jeanette.
I love it as a feature because that makes drawing so much easier.
I know. We used to keep track by
Okay.
hand and we'd pick a name and be like, ooh, not that one. And then we'd pick a different one. And
Like they already won.
just kidding. Cool. Jeanette, you're the winner.
I don't know what happened to your name, PD.
See, that's
Bobby thinks the hats are comfy.
oh, thanks.
Oh man, they're not in here. I got a new design of hat that we're gonna try out. It's maroonish. I think it's called berry, but it's like maroon. But I'm gonna put the new logo on it. I'm gonna get different prototypes and see which one I like the mostest.
Very fresh at watch.
Do they want to riddle?
Riddle me this. Riddle them, Linky.
What runs around the whole yard?
0 entries
without
now. so-
moving? Did they hear it?
What? Say it again.
What runs around the whole yard without moving?
What?
A fence.
Meh. Wah, wah, wah. A
Y'all remember this background back in the day? Go old school on you.
one of the originals.
I haven't used this one for a while. Alan got it.
Alan.
Alrighty, ready?
Yes.
God,
God.
grant me
me
the
the
serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me and my character defects and how I get over them in recovery. I got to work my program or I'm going to fail. And that's fact. That's what we all need to do. Join us in the Discord. I'm not sure, but Brad may have a late meeting. He usually does. He usually does not. Maybe. I don't know what he's doing today. But check the Discord. If you're in this Discord, there is usually a late meeting right after this. If you want to just come hang out and vent and talk, we're all there for you and your recovery. We are here for each other, hence the term we recover better together. So
Yes, we do.
until we come back Sunday night, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.